Dawn and Dusk getting like a full remake that like merged them together, and then you just got to like choose which city you started in would be so cool. I'd be super down for that. Huh? Pokemon was worried and looking for me? Then I'd better hurry back home. All right, goodbye. You use a Metal Seedramon, but I don't think you've ever used Giga Seedramon yet. I have definitely used Giga Seedramon before. I don't know what playthrough it was in, but I've definitely used him before. Because I love Giga Seedramon. I like Giga Seedramon more than Metal Seedramon. Surely I have at some point. I guess I'll know for sure when I get that list from Raptor. Put him to sleep. I think it was the second Dusk playthrough, this being the third. I'm pretty sure this is the second Dusk playthrough. I'm fairly confident that this is the second Dusk playthrough. I don't think I've played this game in 7 years. Since the first playthrough. Bone Spear. It's the third? I'm like 90% certain that this is the second Dusk playthrough. You played Dawn twice? Have I? Are you? Wait a minute. No, hold up. We're figuring this out right now. I thought I've done both once. YouTube. Chaos in the Sky 13. Digimon. Wow, my hand was wrong on the keyboard. Spelled something very different. Digimon World Dusk. Digimon World Dusk playthrough with Chaos. I only see the one. Only see the one. All right. Digimon World Dawn. Digimon World Dawn. 3 years ago. I only see the one. Yeah. 4 years ago, Digimon World DS. Yeah, I think I've done all of them once. I think you're making them up in your mind, chat. I remember you did one of them twice. I remember that I just looked on Google and you're insane. Is Dusk Redux like a ROM hack of Dusk? No, I think chat's already answered your question. No, Redux is just the word I use when I'm doing a playthrough a second time to differentiate the two things together. Die. All right, now the Pokemon dies. I put the word Redux on, for anyone who's curious, I put the word Redux on playthroughs just so that the title is different. For people who are finding the videos for the same time, and also so that there's not overlap in, I also try and give them different thumbnails. I don't think I've ever reused a thumbnail for a Redux playthrough to make sure that it's very clear that they're different. Because I don't want people, especially people who are new to the channel, to find, like, I don't want them to find, like, Hacker's Memory, right? And they see it, and then as they're watching, they get recommended, like, they're on, like, part 40, and then part 41 gets recommended to them, and when they click on part 41, it's a different playthrough. So the thumbnails are different. The titles normally have something different. Either if it's an NG+, it'll mention NG+ in the title, or it'll say Redux, etc. Just something to make it different. I'm glad Sukaimon was safe. Thank you for finding him. Now get your reward at Dark Center. Chaos, did you see my question above? No, I didn't. What was your question? Do you want just final members, or if you used it all? Yeah, just final members. If I used it all, that's going to take, like, way too much of your time. I can kind of figure out what Digimon were used if I know what the final form is. What the final team member was. I walked in here to get health. There's a lot of people in chat. I have a lot of conversations going. It's hard to keep up with every single message, especially when I tabbed out to Google my own YouTube videos. Anyways, yeah, this is the first Redux of Dusk, which is really surprising. I was really shocked. Which type job did I just do? Was it dark? It doesn't matter. They give you the reward no matter which one you do, but I like to go to the same one. Oh yeah, also in like Hacker's Memory and Cyber Sleuth, I got every mega in the game too. So, you know, if you do something other than just the final team members, it would get pretty skewed. Yeah, it was the dark one. Either I watched someone that sounded like Chaos or something is going on. I swear I remember you replayed one. No, I've only played both of them once on the channel. And then I played DS. Similar games, but all different. Red shoe material for Armadillomon. Let's go. But anyways, I was honestly surprised when I looked up Dusk. I was like, did I really only play this on the channel once 7 years ago? And then I played Dawn once like 3 years ago? With how much I played Hacker's Memory especially, and how much people like Digimon on the channel, you'd think I would have played them more. Because boy howdy, they're my favorite Digimon games after Hacker's Memory. Hi, Armadillomon. Hi, Sayo. I work making red shoes, but I'm all out of bark and paint oil. I heard you can get both at Login Mountain. It's too dangerous for me, so I want you to get the bark and paint oil for me. On it. Hey, yeah, are you from the future? Did you already watch this playthrough? Is that it? I hope you aren't counting Next Order in that list because you cycled through Digimon a lot in that game. Yeah, that's a good point. Leave Next Order out of it. Whenever you do this list, Raptor, don't bother with Next Order and don't bother with the original Digimon World. I think every other playthrough is fair game, just not those two. And that includes the Next Order Redux, of course. No Next Order in World 1. What about Masters? You just broke my brain. The really bad MMO that I played with RTK, Sly, and Michael that we stopped playing after like 3 streams because it was garbage? Did I even get to Megas in that one? Yeah, don't count that one. Yeah, don't count Digimon Survive either because I didn't really get a choice in that game. I kind of just got whatever I got. So skip Next Order Redux, Digimon Masters, I guess. Skip Digimon Survive, and skip the first Digimon World, and the Digimon World Redux? Did I do it? No, not Redux. The Versus with Slyro? Skip that as well. I basically just want the data from the story games and Digimon World 3. I think that's it. It's just all of the story games, but you know, some of the story games are called World because of bad localization, so don't get confused. Do you plan to replay World DS ever? No. Highly unlikely. Dusk was your 40th playthrough? Was it really the 40th playthrough I did? That's surprising. I mean, 7 years ago, yeah. How long have I been doing YouTube? I'm not at a decade yet, am I? I hope not. I already feel old enough. Monodramon. 40th playlist, at least? Okay, so it's probably not the 40th playthrough, then. When I first started YouTube, I was bad at YouTube. I didn't do thumbnails, and I didn't do playlists for a lot of things. But also, back when I started YouTube, I didn't do content exactly like I do now. Most of my playthroughs were, like, a couple of Steam games, and then very specifically, like, Pokemon hacks. Oh yeah, the Data Squad game. I went through a lot of megas in the Data Squad game, but I think I settled on specific ones by the end. I don't remember. The oldest video on my channel is 10 years? No. No. I was doing YouTube in 2013? I thought I started in 14, which would still be 9 years. Oh, chat, why are you making me feel old? First, I figure out I need to start brushing my teeth more often, and now I also am being reminded that I'm old? Can we not? Like, can we not? Wait a minute, don't they have like an oldest video thing now? What was the first thing I did? Oh yeah, look at that. Those Portal videos are 10 years old. Oh, Super Meat Boy. I did Super Meat Boy back in the day. Oh, man. Oh, what a throwback. Why did so many people watch me play this Dark Energy ROM hack of Pokemon? Yeah, look at these old videos. They don't have thumbnails. Some of them probably aren't in playlists. There were actually videos older than this, but I must have deleted them at one point or another. Because I remember the very first video I did was actually a Minecraft video of, I think it was called Super Craft Bros. So it was like a, what am I thinking of? It was like a Smash Minecraft thing. That was the first thing I did a video of. But I probably deleted it at some point. Probably because I was embarrassed. Honestly, that Portal playthrough probably needs to be deleted too. It's probably very embarrassing. I have a kid older than your channel. That'll make you feel old. I'm sorry for your knees. And for reminding you. Whoop. I did use Jumbo Gamemon and Skull Mammothmon in whatchamacallit, didn't I? Hey, Raptor, as long as you're making that list, if it's not too much trouble for you, I would like to not just have the Digimon listed. I would like to know what playthrough they happened in. If that's too much trouble, don't worry about it. But if it's not too much trouble, when you're looking it up, just like, wow, it was exactly enough to level up and it was only 7, that's funny. Just like mark down like these 11 came from the first Hacker's Memory playthrough, etc. What am I doing here again, by the way? I need to like find Bark, I think. Dude, it's been 7 years since I played Dusk and I'm already back in the flow state. I'm paying more attention to chat and talking with chat than I am the actual game. You were already doing that? Awesome, this is why you're a mod. Hey Raptor, do you want to be promoted to head mod? I can't remember the last time Lone Wolf came to a stream. He started playing video games instead, that loser. So, I'm basically looking at demoting Lone Wolf and Wolfen, so someone has to be put up for that to happen. And I think Yami also is not going to be around streams much. Because Yami told me, like, after August, he would hardly be able to make it to streams, and we're in September now. Cass, if it makes you feel better, I have a 16-year-old daughter. Oh, no. My viewers are old and having children and grow up and whatnot. Now you're going to tell me, how long would it be? 6 years. You're going to tell me, 6 years from now, hey, Chaos, just got done with my daughter's graduation from college and all that, and then, I'm going to die. I'm going to actually fade into dust. I haven't seen Wolfen much lately, actually. Well, he's in Discord a lot. So is Lone Wolf. They're in Discord. They just haven't been at streams lately. They must have a life going on. Or I'm just playing games that they don't care about, which, fair enough. Ow. You know I'm lurking, right? For the most part. Shh, quiet, Raptor. Just take your promotion so you can rub it in Wolfen and Lone Wolf's face. Yeah, Lone Wolf and Wolfen are getting a pay cut. They have to start paying me more. I'm gonna make Lone Wolf create another Twitch account. It's gonna be the only Lone Wolf, and if you get the joke, you get the joke. That's a Twitch deep cut joke for the people on YouTube. And he's gonna have to sub to me at tier 3 on both accounts. Is gonna be his punishment. Hey, Dusk! Which is better, Dawn and Dusk or Lost Evolution? They're pretty similar, but I personally consider Dawn and Dusk to be better. That's kind of why I'm playing Dusk right now, is to remind myself, do I really like Dawn and Dusk more than Lost Evolution? After having played Lost Evolution recently? There are some things that Lost Evolution does better than Dawn and Dusk, like Digifarms. Digifarms are so much better in Lost Evolution. Oh, what I wouldn't do to have the Farm Island system of Lost Evolution in Dawn and Dusk. It would make Dawn and Dusk so much better. But Dawn and Dusk also do some things better than Lost Evolution, like not locking a ridiculous amount of megas to the plate cleaning game, as well as not dragging in the late game. Also, the damage cap shenanigans in the end game of Lost Evolution is a nightmare. It makes so many boss fights feel tedious. And that does not happen in Dawn and Dusk. Who do I need to talk to? You? You look out of place. No. Who am I talking to right now? Oh, wait. It's the Armadillomon. He's right up here. The plate system was good until the second half of the game. In Lost Evolution, I think it's a fun minigame. I think it's really neat. But the second half of the game, they made it way too restrictive. In the first half of the game, it was barely restrictive at all. Like, you might have to go out of your way to be like, oh, wait, I'm missing this one plate I want. I have to go grind, like, 8 or so fights at this one location to get it, which no one likes to grind, usually, but that's not bad. That's fine. That's your usual video game stuff. The second half of Lost Evolution, when you started getting to Megas, it was an actual nightmare. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Hi, Sayo. You got me the Bark and Pain oil. Yay, thanks. Now I can make red shoes. Everyone will be happy. Get your reward at Dark Center. And then, like, the in-game bosses in Lost Evolution, especially the post-game bosses, were just, like, trash. They were bad. They were really tedious. The game really felt like it dragged on way too long. Dawn and Dusk feels like it ends a little too early, and I think they tried to fix that with Lost Evolution, but they went too far in the other direction, because Lost Evolution ends up feeling like it just takes too long to finish. Find the iron pillow. Dark square. Bum 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 bana. Hello. Thanks for taking my request. I need you to go to Sunken Tunnel. I can't sleep well since the earthquake, but I had an iron pillow that lets me sleep well. I left it in Sunken Tunnel. Please go find it for me. I'm on it. Your problem in Lost Evolution is you didn't have a Digimon with speed boosting attacks? No, my problem in the endgame of Lost Evolution is that it was designed poorly. There was nothing I did wrong that made the endgame of Lost Evolution tedious and annoying. It was what the developers did. Real quick, because I remembered something about Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. Do you want the Arena team and main story team, or just main story team? Just the main story team. Arena team doesn't count. Thank you for specifying. If you design your entire game where you play 70% of it and the difficulty is fine, fair even, but then when you get to the last 30% of it, it becomes, hey, by the way, do you have this one specific move that buffs your speed stat? No? Okay, well, you're not allowed to have fun anymore then. That is the game's fault. And there is no amount of like, well, if you do this one specific thing, it actually becomes bearable. No, the game is not worth playing. The game is not worth playing at that point. If you have to do one very specific thing that the game doesn't, it's one thing where it's like, oh, you have to dodge roll, and they like give you dodge like in Kingdom Hearts. It's like, oh, to do well in Kingdom Hearts 1, you have to dodge roll, the skill they give you at the very start of the game that is pivotal to the gameplay. That, yeah, obviously that makes sense. But in a turn-based game like Lost Evolution, where you do just fine without speed boosting for more than half of the game, and then it's like, oh, well, now you have to get a very specific Digimon with a very specific skill, or you just, like, it becomes boring. The game sucks at that point. The game sucks at that point. Also, action chaining is a bad game mechanic. I don't care if it's you getting it or if it's your opponent getting it. Action chaining is a bad game mechanic. I forgot that was a game mechanic in whatchamacallit, in Lost Evolution, but someone in chat just mentioned it, and yeah, like, whether I'm getting it or whether the opponent is getting it, I do not like action chains. I think that was a horrible change from Dawn and Dusk to Lost Evolution. I do not like it at all. Did I see an iron pillow? Yeah, I just found one and picked it up. If you want it, then you'll have to fight me for it. All right, this is an annoying fight because you're Aquan, so Lakismon isn't going to do as much damage. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, it did more damage than I expected it to be honest. I wish I would have gotten to sleep on the second one, not the first one. I might get to sleep on the second one, seeing the future. I'm a gamer. Ba, ba, da, ba. In this game, you can get multiple moves in a row, too. I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm aware. It turns out I've played this game like 20 times. Yeah, I know. But in this game, you don't suddenly get, like, when the marker comes down, you or your opponent are suddenly like, oh, the game told you that they would be getting 1 move, but now instead, they get 4 moves. It's bad. It's a very huge difference in game design of how it's presented and how it plays out, and it is bad. Also, I played Dawn and Dusk a lot. It does not happen in Dawn and Dusk nearly as much as action chains happened in late game Lost Evolution. Dawn and Dusk does not have, like, in Dawn and Dusk, maybe your Digimon will get like 2 moves in a row, and it'll be listed in the move, like the move order when it happens. It's possible for like 3 to happen, but I'm fairly certain. Again, I played Dawn 3 years ago, so it's been a while. But like that's a rarity. Action chains were common in the second half of Lost Evolution. It's like it's not a fair comparison. It's like comparing apples and oranges almost. There's almost no comparison to be made in my eyes between those.